Randy Pitchford II, maker of video games, lover of magic. Magic runs in his family. His great uncle was a master magician under the stage name Cardini, president of the Magicians Guild. Even though Cardini died when Randy was 2 years old, the story of his uncle's performance sparked his imagination. Randy was lucky to receive a custom-built computer at the age of 7 by his father, who worked within the United States intelligence agencies. He quickly learned basic programming language and would try to emulate games made at the time. Randy Pitchford first started making games for 3D Realms. He worked on Duke Nukem 3D and Shadow Warrior. In 1997, he left 3D Realms to join Rebel Boat Rockers. Randy was lead designer and publication head until their game was cancelled by EA in 1999. And that was when Randy co-founded Gearbox Software, and when he finally started making the games he wanted to create. The first game to come out of Gearbox Software was Brothers in Arms Road to Hill 30, released in 2005 for PC, Mac, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. Based on a true story, you follow the life of Sergeant Matt Baker of the 202nd Regiment at the climax of the Battle of the Bloody Gulch. Instead of focusing on kill streaks, quickscopes, and twitch shooting, Brothers in Arms focus on strategies, team mechanics, and bonds built through war. Brothers in Arms is regarded by many to be one of the best World War II shooters ever made, with a Metacritic score of 87, selling over 1.7 million copies in its first year. Gearbox followed up with Brothers in Arms Hell's Highway, released in 2008 for PC, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. Hell's Highway didn't stray too far from Road to Hill 30, returning to the role of Staff Sergeant Matt Baker in the later stages of World War II during Operation Garden Market in the Netherlands.
Hello, I am Nicholas and I will try to be available. Here I have prepared a map. It is not a lot, but I managed to find some German positions. Quick, we haven't much time.
Whoa, he speaks good English.
Yes, I do. We must be very careful. There are Germans on the other side of that wall. Now I must get back to my son Peter. He wants to run away and fight very badly, and if I don't return home soon, I'm afraid he will do exactly that. Good luck, Sergeant Baker.
Enemy spotted.
Set up the MG over there.
Going there now. Going there now. More crowd.
Put the fire on him! Move now! Fire now!
Hell's Highway failed to capture the commercial success of Hill to Road 30, selling half as much, well under 1 million copies in its first year, receiving a Metacritic score of 79, 8 points lower than the first. It wasn't until Gearbox released Borderlands in 2009 for PC, Mac, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360 when Randy Pitchford created real magic. You play as one of 4 vault hunters who travel to the distant planet Pandora in search for an alien bowl, rumored to contain advanced alien technology. Borderlands is regarded as the title that defined the shooter-looter genre, featuring over 17 million different variations of weapons. Borderlands was both a critical and commercial success, selling more than 3 million copies in its first year, with a Metacritic score of 84. Overconfident with the success of Borderlands, Gearbox took over development of Duke Nukem Forever from 3D Realms, completing and releasing the game in 2011 for PC, Mac, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360, 14 years after it was first announced. Duke Nukem Forever suffered from its long, dysfunctional development cycle, receiving criticism for its dated graphics, humor, and gameplay mechanics. It was both a critical and commercial failure, selling less than 1 million lifetime copies, receiving a Metacritic score of 54. Going back to their bread and butter, Gearbox released Borderlands 2 in 2012 for Linux, PC, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. Again, you play as a vault hunter on the planet Pandora in search for a new alien vault and to free Pandora from the evil grip of the tyrannical handsome Jack. Borderlands 2 was both a critical and commercial success and remains the best-selling title for Gearbox with 8.5 million copies sold in over a year of release with over 20 million lifetime sales. Borderlands 2 has a Metacritic score of 91, also the best rated game to come out of Gearbox. In 2013, Gearbox released Aliens Colonial Marines for PC, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. Aliens Colonial Marines was set to be the sequel to James Cameron's 1986 film Aliens. Colonial Marines suffered from a long dysfunctional development. Even though Aliens Colonial Marines was supposed to be developed by Gearbox, Randy secretly outsourced development to several studios while Gearbox focused on the development of Duke Nukem Forever and Borderlands 2. Eventually, Gearbox resumed development, but by then it was too late. Critics and fans complained about the obvious downgrade in graphics between the build shown at E3 and the version that was commercially released. It wasn't just the graphics, the gameplay was worse. The alien AI was a joke.
There we go!
Alien Colonial Marines sold over 1 million units, even though it was a critical failure. To this day, Randy defends the development of Colonial Marines, even though it holds a Metacritic score of 45. In 2014, together with 2K Games Australia, Gearbox released Borderlands the pre-sequel for Linux, PC, Mac, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360. Borderlands the pre-sequel is the third game in the Borderlands series. It takes place after the first Borderlands and before the second. Even though many voiced their concerns that the pre-sequel wasn't different enough from Borderlands Part 2 and could have served as an expansion pack through downloadable content, it sold well and received a Metacritic score of 75. Chasing the Golden Goose, Gearbox released Borderlands The Handsome Collection in 2015 for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The Handsome Collection consists of Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, and all their downloadable content. The Handsome Collection featured remastered graphics, and you can transfer your save data from previous consoles if you happen to play the game on PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. It was received relatively well both by gamers and critics, selling over 2 million copies, receiving a Metacritic score of 82. In 2016, Gearbox released a new IP, Battleborn, for the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Battleborn is an online person arena hero shooter with mobile-like mechanics. Battleborn, although visually alluring, had complex gameplay systems that kept new and casual players away. Battleborn also suffered from going head-to-head with Overwatch, an easy-to-pick-up and play hero arena shooter developed by Blizzard. After months of failing to capture an audience, Battleborn went free-to-play, an act of desperation that still didn't attract the attention of gamers, selling less than 1 million lifetime sales with a Metacritic score of 69. This year in 2019, Gearbox will have released the much anticipated Borderlands 3 for the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Borderlands 3 is the fourth game in the series, a sequel to Part 2. After the defeat of Handsome Jack, Troy and Tyrene Calypso learn of other vaults beyond the planet of Pandora. They form a violent cult named the Children of the Vault to get a hold of the treasures within. You play as one of 4 vault hunters recruited to take on the evil Calypso twins and their cult. Based on the many gameplay videos and early impressions, Borderlands 3 will be a smashing success both critically and commercially. For Gearbox, if trends hold true, their next game without Borderlands in the title should fail, both critically and commercially. It looks like they will continue to depend on the well-earned popularity of the Borderlands franchise. For Randy Pitchford, CEO of Gearbox, if trends hold true, will find himself in another controversy soon, either berating critics, allegedly assaulting co-workers, misplacing company secrets on a thumb drive containing barely legal porn at a bar. Nothing wrong with porn, but maybe keep that at home like normal people. Still, under Randy Pitchford II, Magic Duval, the future of Gearbox software looks bright. They can continue to bank on Borderlands until Randy Pitchford pulls another golden goose out of his hat.